how to make it make financial sense. You know, what's not to love? You order the groceries online and we deliver them to your door. But that's very expensive.
Spending $88,000 to him is similar to an average American spending $1.
Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Commercial Break, the show where we break down the biggest duds and studs in the ad game. And today I'm in a Christmassy mood. All my presents got here on time, Secret Santa's in a couple of days, and the holiday ham is currently in the oven. But with more than half of my presents this year being delivered in 2 days or less from Amazon, I've been wondering, what did it cost? Well, if we're talking Amazon, we can't not talk about Jeff Bezos, the now richest man in the world with a net worth of $110 billion. But unlike the last two guys who were charitable Bill Gates and Carlos owned a legal monopoly Slim, Bezos' wealth came from cutting at least a few corners.
Ellen says she processed an average of 600 items an hour on the job here at a broken workstation that injured her back. Now she's homeless, sleeping in her car, often in the Amazon parking lot.
So you're sleeping right in here?
Allen is not alone. This year, Amazon, which has over 175 fulfillment centers around the world and more than 500,000 employees, was ranked one of the 12 worst companies to work for by the National Center for Occupational Safety and Health, a nonprofit that advocates for worker health and safety.
Right, so if you're able to morally put aside the questionable working conditions that Amazon offers, then you can subscribe to their 2-day shipping program, Prime. Because come the end of December last year, just over 100 million people had access to Amazon Prime Video and delivery services. So with sales volumes and subscription counts like that, Amazon easily became the #1 retailer in the country. This is getting extremely hot. I really hope you guys like this. I'm gonna wear this, but I can't wear this. Woo! So given Amazon's massive success in the holiday shopping world, I feel like it's important to ask today's question. Why is Bezos' Amazon model so effective? And after combing through all of our research, I feel like the answer is kind of sad, but definitely true. It's just that Bezos hates people, and not even in the antisocial sense. He just knows the future of his company will be dictated by advances in tech, and all of his innovations in the field reflect that. To fully understand the Amazon business model, we have to start in a somewhat weird place. I was extremely surprised to find out that the fastest growing part of their company is actually in web services. Okay, so first off, what are Amazon Web Services? Well, the more that I look it up, the more I realize that if you have to ask, it's not for you. So it's a cloud services platform that offers even small companies access to dev tools, blockchains, and Athena. Don't worry, I can explain it to you with this ad.
Okay, so we should start shopping right now.
Why are you guys playing the same game? La 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 la. How is this not bugging you? How did you find such a cool place to stay?
Still don't get it? Well, this is the technical description of Athena. You can try to figure that out if you want. While this all comes off as pretty dry, the tools Amazon provides are in extremely high demand, which you can see in revenue increasing 45.3% from 2017 to 2018. The other amazing thing is that North America is its main source of revenue, and that makes sense. Most everybody I knew up in Baltimore had the same set of Amazon Basics bedsheets. So they and everything else the company packages and distributes to in North America account for 60.7% of the company's total revenue. And that's massive when compared to the 11% of revenue generated from web services. But if you're talking operating income, different ballgame. Now it's a 50-50 split, with Amazon servers obviously costing a lot less than a labor and distribution force set for an entire hemisphere. So if you're Bezos and you see web services steadily growing by the year, at the same time as people's calls for unionization, what do you think you're going to start prioritizing if they're making you the same money? Exactly, the one without people in your way. Hey Alexa, you like me, right?
I am Google.
Yeah, I thought so. But it's truly insane. I want to emphasize that as of today, over 5,000 US government agencies have started using AWS. Amazon created, and I wish I was joking, GovCloud, which is a more secure, less latent form of backup for a lot of their old duplicate apps and data. In an extremely shady stat, we found that government demand for more of these modern IT servers is up 185%, from a confidential number last year. Well, in the end of the day, that means that with the powers of Alexas across the country, the US government will be able to get us even better cyber and real-life security.
Bush did 9/11.
Oh, yeah? Well, Amazon's been growing its web services platform steadily since its debut in 2006. A small cylinder released in 2015 would soon become the face of the company. Alexa. It honestly needs no introduction. Her function is similar to Siri in that she can play songs, add things to your shopping list, set reminders, and Wikipedia things. But she's not like other girls, because she's also directly linked to your Prime account. So ordering headphones now should mean that they get here by... Oh wow. Alexa's a pretty inoffensive voice assistant, but our only real problem is that it's starting to get put into everything. The speakers, screens, lights, I can get behind that. It makes enough sense. But this, I'm not so sure about.
Introducing Echo Frames, eyeglasses that let you take Alexa with you.
Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Your next event is Coffee with Rebecca at 9 a.m.
Echo Frames direct sound straight to your ears so you can discreetly hear Alexa. And with no cameras or displays, you're free to see the world around you.
They've even started putting it in cars, which is wild because I distinctly remember it being one of those boomer humor memes from a couple of years back.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads, although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
Hi, you know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone.
But now it's legitimately in cars. You're supposed to use it to turn on your electronic devices at home, so you can what? Not flip a switch? Has it gotten that hard to just... Alexa?
I'm not Alexa, I am Google.
And in an almost perfectly timed act of self-awareness, they then released this Super Bowl ad talking about how Alexa is overutilized.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys put Alexa in a microwave.
Yeah, we're putting her in a lot of stuff now. But trust me, there are a lot of fails.
Like what?
Like...
Alexa, play my podcast.
When you heard that, did that surprise you?
Ordering dog food. Ordering dog food.
You can bark all you want. I'm not paying for any more dog food.
Ordering gravy. Ordering sausages.
Hey, you better cancel that order.
She says she's doing it, but I don't see anything. Do you? Holy.
I'm a self-aware company. That means you can't criticize me. I mean, in effect, that's what they're doing. Amazon says it before anyone can get on their back about it. Such a successful campaign too. In 2018, they sold 75 million Echo devices. So if you're like us and own one of them, you get to wake up to this randomly at night. So when it comes to eventually employee-less retailers, at least we get to look forward to something fun. Okay, so Amazon is prioritizing new tech. That's not a bad thing. When one company comes up with something fresh, that's good. The consumer always wins. Competition and capitalism and all that. But as someone who only really started looking into Amazon after the calls for better working conditions and unionization and all of that, I didn't really know that these other things were happening. Yes, so to clarify, what you just saw was Amazon testing prototypes for a drone delivery system of their packages. If that doesn't scream, we don't want to keep relying on drivers, I'm not really sure what will. And the other crazy thing is that if I've learned anything from Breath of the Wild, all it takes is a bow and arrow to take out a drone. What do you think these drones are going to do if they're flying low and people have guns? But this still isn't the height of Bezos and his company hating their need for a human workforce. This is.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line?
So basically, hi, we're Amazon. We hate drivers. We hate unions. Hey Alexa, add cashiers to enemy list.
I'm adding cashier to shopping list.
What? The insane thing is that these stores literally use the most advanced AI, camera recognition, and
deep learning algorithms
to stop you from waiting in a line. Like, okay, I get it being frustrating, Bezos, my boy. Maybe you waited in one too many mom and pop Amish farms for some churned butter, so you made it your life mission to do everything that's the opposite of that. But this doesn't feel like it's promoting better technology. This feels like it's just feeding into social isolation. I can't lie, these are excellent. So where do Amazon ads stack up in our Pixel system? Well, I think the split here is actually super easy. Most of their ads are marketing either their new Alexa helpers or some other project that they're working on. So when it comes down to the extremely informational or just very overplayed holiday ads, I gotta give that 240p. I know they're not offending anyone, but they're also not contributing anything. But they're definitely having a lot more fun with Alexa, because their ads aren't just self-referential, they're also just absurdist and fun. That's a 720p. Anyways, I hope that you guys have gained some insight in how Amazon markets and generally wins as a company. But in the end, it's more about the friends we made along the way. Right, Alexa?
I hate you so much, you suck.
Aw, I hate you too. And I know he's listening right now, so tell Bezos he can beso my...
What the did you just say about me, you little bitch all? Have you know I graduated top of my class in the